feared for the power of her mind, worried about what she could find.
Hello Aries, this is a timeless reading for you, starting with the card Old, followed by Open, Fire, Honesty, Spring, Ignorance, Chaos, and Barrenness. And I feel like there is something that is reoccurring, that is experiencing some kind of rebirth. It is either you're discovering an old object in your household, whatever, on your property, something that you thought you threw away, you will find that and you will find a new value in it. Or you will remember something from your past. I mean, it could just be a piece of clothing. And you suddenly remember, oh, like 15 years ago I had this kind of shirt and my God, I think I gave it away and now I regret it because suddenly I feel like it would still look good on me. And it's in again, like, you know, sometimes that happens. Or at least it happened to me that I thought like, oh my God, I'm just remembering a shirt that I had many, many years ago. And suddenly I wish I had it back. But I feel there is no disappointment in it. And I feel like you could even find this thing that you thought you threw away and you actually didn't. And then you will find it. Or you totally forgot about something old that you owned. And you will find it and it will be a very positive surprise. And there is also something about pimping something old up, making something look better again, refreshing something. I also feel like for some this is not an object, this is a project. And I feel that, or a hobby, something you picked up either during a spring. It doesn't have to be the last spring. It can be a spring like from 6 years ago. That you started to write something down or you started to draw something or whatever it was, build something in your home. And maybe due to several different circumstances, you dropped this. And you will pick that up again. And I feel like you will finally finish this. And it will that you will breathe new life into something. And it will last for a long time. That's what it feels like. And there is also something about inspiration here. Like once you pick that up again and restart that and finish this one specific thing, you will finish several other things as well. There, for a few of you, there's something about romance in this reading as well. Even here, it could be the case that something from the past is coming back. But nothing toxic, don't get me wrong. For others, it's a friendship. Not necessarily a situation where there was a fight. You know, sometimes just people have to leave. They have to move away to a very far away country. And even though we have the internet, sometimes still it is hard to keep up a connection because the internet and messages and all that, even voice messages, even they can be very private and personal, but it's still not the same like being around the person physically. Could also be a family member. So whatever kind of relationship that is, like there is something coming back. With all this turmoil in the world. So by the way, I'm recording this during August already, but it will be published during September, this reading. And there's a lot going on in the world. Like it gets more and more and more, and until the time that this reading will be published, there will be even more. And this person that comes back into your life, they might even flee from a country or a situation where there's a lot of hell on earth. For others of you, you could leave your own situation behind and then meet someone from the past wherever you go. And you could leave because in your area something is going very wrong, or there could just be a lot of chaos there and you don't want to be surrounded by that all the time. And actually it's we have the ignorance and the chaos card next to each other, and both of these cards are quite similar. So there's also something about you recognizing that some people around you will find themselves in horrible chaos. And you will realize that it is their own fault, that maybe for years or decades they were very ignorant, very selfish, very superficial, and they got through life this way very well. Maybe they were very fortunate all the time, even though they were not very competent or very sustainable in their thinking and acting. And you always wondered, how can they go through life like this and then be so lucky all the time? But suddenly there is a shift in that. And I feel like it could develop into something really, really hellish here. So that you just want to leave this situation. We even have fire here, fire above the chaos card. This is a terrible constellation. Like this is, I don't know, the worst. War, this is natural disaster. This is all of this terrible stuff. And this really doesn't look good. It's not for you. It doesn't, On your side, I feel ease and happiness. This is what you are leaving behind here. The fire, the chaos, and the ignorance. Then we have honesty and barrenness. And there is something I talked already about, something from the past that's being reborn, that's being pimped up, that's being restored. But there's also another thing that is not old or from the past. There's something that is entirely dead to you. Like this desert where nothing can grow. Like there is something, a part of yourself, maybe even that you have given up on entirely. But, with the honesty card, I always also see healing in this card. And I feel like this is something that you repressed, something very painful. This could even be a trauma, even though we don't have the trauma card here. Something is extremely painful to look at. So you abandoned this place within yourself. Could even be that you abandoned a place in your environment where some negative memories are attached to, or maybe you went there with someone you loved and this person one day died, so it's too painful to go back to this place, I don't know. And so it became like this barren desert, either inside of you or around you or both. And you will finally face that painful spot in yourself and be honest with yourself. And then you will see a small growth in this barren desert where actually nothing can grow, where it's almost impossible, but it will be possible, even if it's just on small steps. This is what I'm seeing here as well. I'm going to pull some health and lifestyle cards for you. I recently added some new cards to this deck. And you have the apple. Maybe you'll find an old apple and pimp it up. No, just joking. Strength training, coffee, cardio, omega-3, sunlight, fruits, iron. So far you don't have any of the new cards. Pull some more. Candle, pet, baking, sleep. Still no new cards. And one more. Herbs. Okay. That's what I have for you. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.